Good morning, welcome back. I'm in the middle of making a miter fold beam mantle. It's going to be 4 inches tall, 8 inches deep, 7 feet long. I'm kind of deep into it, and I decided I didn't know what to do exactly. I wanted some kind of real wood look as opposed to a plywood look. So I got real wood. That's what I did. It was a little pricey, but that's okay. So I've got the bottom, center, and top sections, and it's going to have to hang on the wall. So before I fold it up and glue it up, I don't want to get jammed and not be able to get my cleats in there. So I want to get my cleat. I've got a big cleat right here, and this is what's going to be on the mantle against the wall, and then there's going to be another cleat here that it drops into. So what I decided to do, and I already started it, but I haven't completed it, I'm going to put little 4x20 dominoes in here, and I'm going to glue it aggressively, and this is going to be just like this. So I've got marks on both the cleat and the beam, so they're lining up like that. I've already plowed these dominoes, but I still need to plow these into here. Here's another thing. I don't want it to be flush right here. I want it to be offset just a hair, just less than a 1/16. So I'm going to adjust the plate a little bit. I don't want the cleat to accidentally keep the mantle protruding from the wall. I want to make sure it's positively tight to the wall. I even thought it wouldn't hurt to back bevel this just a hair, but I don't want to get too crazy about it. I'm very nervous about the whole thing. This is out of my element a bit. I've done some floating shelves in this method with 1/2 inch plywood. I glued it up, taped it up, but this is a whole different animal, and I don't want to mess it up. And once it folds up, also I've got these spacers that will ride between. And I'm going to glue those, and it'll drop in. It'll help. And I've got 5 of them, not just 3. I'm going to have a few more here. It'll help hold it all together as a solid unit, and hopefully none of this opens up someday. I don't want to open up as a someday. So anyway, that's kind of what we're in the middle of, and I can't wait to finish the job. It was a lovely job. I'll put some pictures of that. I'll probably have a finished product by the time I post this. It's an entertainment center built out from their living room wall. It's like 9 feet tall and 10, 11 feet wide. It's a nice piece. It's all shiplap. It's all been painted. Their television's mounted. There's an electric fireplace, and there's adjustable shelves, cabinet doors below. It's a very nice place. Very nice job, nice piece of work. They're very happy. I just need to bring it home. One more thing. I've also got some adjustable shelves. It's just a 1x2 and an actual 1x12 that's been ripped down to depth. They also have dominoes in there to help hold them, just so to help, and routed the edges to a 3/32 just to give it a nice soft feel. This is all going to be stained together to match their flooring, which is this over here. Can you dig it? It's all here. It's all ready. I just got to do it. Got to finish it. Anyway, so I got these done and ready to be stained, but I need to finish this, and I'll show you how I'm folding it together. I cut it. I cut all my bevels on a 45.5, maybe even 45.7, something like that, because I want the toe of the bevels touching as much as possible. I don't want big exposed gaps. I'm always afraid, and I still may have some, but I'm going to do my best to eliminate any gap. So I have made these dominoes, mortised out for these. Now I got a mortise for these, and I don't want to just go here. I need to go this way just a little bit. So I need to adjust my depth just a little bit. Maybe to that next one is the right answer. I could always run a tester. Let me see this. So if I have this little baby domino, then if I have this, I'm gonna go here. How are we gonna do that? We're gonna have to clamp it down because I can't bang it. Okay, that actually looks nice. That's what I'm looking for. It's about a 1/16 set back, so that when the other one goes in there, it'll draw the beam to the wall. Okay, we're happy. Let's continue. How do I get all these? How do I see it? That would be nice if I could do that. I've got this fence for the bandsaw. I could do like this. Could I do it on this side? Not really. Maybe that'll work. So here's what I did. I made this one tight and all the others to the medium width. This will hold it in place, and this will give it room to breathe, just so I'm not jamming myself, even though all these are tight. So I need to glue these up, and we'll drop that in, and hopefully like some 2-inch clamps or something like that. Maybe even bring it to this edge and clamp it to the table. I got an idea. I got some of these blocks, specialty blocks that I hung on to. They're gonna be like that. That'll keep it straight. That works very nicely. How about that? How about that? I need some glue. I need a little hammer, and I need the dominoes. Wait, I'm going in the wrong location. Ding dong. These little tiny ones are hard to get in. So I can continue where I was gluing the slots in the mantle. Okay, and then I can also apply some on this edge. And this is the tight one. So that's where we're going to start. Yeah, that's very nice. And one more. That took forever. A lot of the clamps I'd like to use are buried at the moment, but that's exactly what I was going for. We could let this dry, and then we'll get into the big miter fold with all the blocks and everything. Thank you. So there's that. Hopefully it goes well. I see some glue creeping out, but it's within the tape. This top edge looks a lot better. I'm not saying it looks bad. I'm just saying I see some glue. I think I got the sides compressed to the body on each end with these wedges. The clamp draws it to the block, and then the wedge between the piece, the end piece and the clamp draws the end piece to the mantle. These clamps are on top of those specific blocks we had, which is going to, compress it all together. It was the right thickness. So it's just about lunchtime, and fingers crossed like this, and hopefully I could pull the tape, see how it goes. Okay, here we are the next day. I took it out of the clamps yesterday. You saw me adjust the clamp some. I'm glad I did that. That worked out really well. I didn't have any unexpected explosions or separations. I took it out of the clamps last night and I let it sit overnight before I touch it any further. And this morning, just a little while ago, I sanded it 80 grit and then 120. Then I applied the stain. We got this Minwax wood finish color series premium oil-based stain. It was custom matched. You can see the tickets here. Custom matched to the color they wanted. Obviously this isn't wood, but this is what we're trying to match everything to. And you know, throughout the shelves and all sides of this has some variations. So I applied the stain kind of thick, and I still need to wipe it down. I've wiped it down on two sides. On the shelves, I applied, and then I waited a couple hours and reapplied, but it didn't really change. What was in there the first time stayed. So I don't need to do a second coat of this. It looks really nice. How does it look compared to this in that light? It's not exactly the same, but it's the same tone. It's the same shade. I still need to, this side, I applied the stain like a half hour ago. So I just need to wipe off the excess now, which I have done on the other four sides. And then like 6 hours from now, I could start applying the top coat, which I got at General Finishes water-based. Is it a polyurethane or is it a water-based varnish or something like that? There may be a better way to do this. There may be some kind of Rubio that's less work. I don't know. I've never dealt with Rubio, but I see people pour it on and just kind of smeared around and things look really good. I don't know anything about color matching. I go to my local Sherwin-Williams and this is what they tell me. And they don't have Rubio. And I bet the nearest place that does have any kind of Rubio is probably at least 60 miles from here. And I'm not interested in that. So what my instructions were from the paint store, apply this Minwax product and then apply the top coat. And the top coat says 3 coat. But the good news is those coats can be placed practically like 30 minutes apart. So I will be able to get all the top coats on today, and then we're going to install tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a good final rub down, and then I'm going to stand it up one more time to where there's no finished edges against the table. Even a little bit like that. And after I completely wipe this down in this position, we're going to wait 6 hours before beginning the top coat applications. So we'll get back to that.